Mon personnage, modèle, il y a un forcé. Mon police for no, but na woman if you know, both police and soldier, and you move free. Name my order say, a henny no, a bugrago, and then a chiriga, ya jamu kro mamo. Munko, do betting you over Crono. Name so to me, Yajima, and Antakwa, Mamunku police for, Mamunku soldier for. Omo dia soldier for the police for no. Munyi mu free abugrawo fie. Munyi mu free onomo. No mo maya just 3 days. 3 days. Ma o yini bia ntu na shirga ntu free boku. Abugrawo ntu free boku. For only 1 week go. Wa betima tena kromo onomo no. Wona kro no ya odie. Finish. Ena boku ko bolga no. Soldier for ni nimso mo timi ma escort ma enko a. Omo maya kwan. Ya wa mnante davtymedia enko for pia ko borga ko diga. Ni ata ye chiaba. No searching. Asa ye ntro bia. The government person Ghana ye manya. Ye be Ghana ye manya. De kusaji for ni ya omusuro no. Ye betima ye. Ba ye wo ti aye na shiriga. Wa ma order ye ntimi ye hwi. Press conference ye crash for no no. Omajuma na omo ye no. Na basa for no so wo ho. Ye betima ya sen omo batempe. Police ni regional commander yini tuo say e bo Mamprugu ni abranti he pa kunu because hu ni tuo wo ja tuo na ma o chime o say there bi wo kunu Mamprugu for afore enko ni police ni ya say curfew rules kake ya break nko 40 mocks ya kokun omo mpanyifo Mamprugu ni bia asore ambo police ni asu po ko da na adentina so mo ba IGP mo wati me ba ma kusati for takum sutu no aka je police for say mo sutu soro kusati for sutu police for mo so mo sutu soro ye ku mo so sutu soro police for mo ntimi so mo kan no kre no mo nja ekuro no maye se sana government pair bunduri for ye nuan ma mo ku bunduri no aye we ye last. And yes, I buy one get 10 free no. Ombanya. Buy one get 10 free no. Put your chain in our Bunduria. While one who if our Ghana you know Ghana. You better touch it
very much, afraid to work in the town. And here is a case, as you elaborated our concern regarding the banks not working, which is very critical, like the ADB, the commercial bank. So I will plead with you to convey the message, our message once again through the media to the government, that we have the men who are chartered accountants. They are ready to work in Bawku. If the workers, the bankers are not comfortable to work, just that the military, the police having to move from Pusga and wherever and come to the regional head office, the regional headquarters in Bawku, we can provide them the men to work in the meantime, especially within the banks or in the banks, so that at least activities will take place. So our plea through you to government is that we have the men who can work on our behalf, so that at least in the
you can't have this critical state infrastructure and they are not working simply because some people think that they can control and take over the town. That is the terrorism we are talking about. So it is.
So beyond this press conference, what's next?
So our brother from Daily Guide asked whether beyond this press conference, what do we do? We have told you here that we have been patient over this while. This conflict started in the year 2021. And all the troubles we are talking about today, it didn't start today. The killing of security men started far back. In 2021, they attacked the military intelligence vehicle in Bawku and then burnt it. From then, they killed policemen, they shot at 3 military men, killed a soldier, killed an immigration officer. All these things happened. The blockage of the international route has been happening since 2021. And we have engaged the state. This is not the first press conference we have done on this. But we told the state that if you continuously pamper these people, it will reach a particular level that they will turn their guns at you. And they didn't listen to us. But we engaged them. And finally, this is what they are doing. It is the Kusasi youth now against the state. They have put us at one side now. They don't want to touch us. They are now fighting the state itself. All is because the state did not hear the concerns we were giving them. And unfortunately, they gave a media blackout. Most of the media stations here, you would confess, if you are to talk to someone from Bawku, you talk to only the Kusasis. You don't talk to the Mamprusis. They blacked us out. So our concerns were not heard. And those are the results you are seeing there. If they are fighting the police in Bawku, you don't know when they would fight here. So the concerns we have raised here, we are not people who come and give deadlines and timelines. We just use words like urgent. And every sane person, every person who thinks, would know that if today the police can evacuate and leave critical areas in Bawku, then the agency should even be with the time to act should be even within the next minute, not to wait for someone to tell you that they should give you a deadline. So we have brought our concerns here. We are peaceful people. Our people don't want to react to what they are doing. We think that we should use these means to get our concerns heard. And it behoves on you, the media, to get these concerns to the state. We also want to see if we can engage the state authorities. You see that the IGP went to Bawku. He didn't come to us. How can you come? So how do you hear our concerns? You understand? But we'll try and then engage them. We have met previously some ministers. I don't want to mention their names. We have met them. They have given us audience. But when we talk sometimes, they think that we are doing tribalism or we are speaking for our people. But to be honest with you, if you go and take your time and look at what is in our document and what we have, do you think it is for us? It is for the state. Because individuals cannot take up arms against the state, and you want all of us to be quiet. Simply because we are Mamprusis, we cannot speak. So I think that we don't have timelines. We have done our part. We'll continue to make sure that Ghanaians get to know the truth about what is happening. It is on the state and on you, the media. When you go, you report that the police have evacuated from Binduri. They have evacuated from Pusga. The police has written a memo, and they have issued that all their soldiers, all their forces, they shouldn't go out and be roaming. They should all come to the Divisional Police Command. These are issues Ghanaians need to know. And know that if it is happening in Bawku, don't think Bawku is far. That is how it starts. That is how Boko Haram started. And then Nigeria is where it is today. I hope I've answered you. Good. Any other questions? Bawku again. They have come up with Cossack. Nobody, the media, the government, they have been misled into thinking that the name of the traditional area is Cossack. It is false. It is not. Actually, what is in the legislative instrument, LI 240, you can go and check. That is the name of the instrument. It is Bawku traditional area, not Cossack traditional area. But unfortunately, the government and the media have been confused into thinking that the name of the area is called Cossack traditional area. It is not. Ghana, we are bounded by laws, and the name of the town or the traditional area is Bawku traditional area as, can we control the, as captured in LI 2409. You can go and then look at it. Thank you.
From the press conference, the statement.
Please attention.
From the statement, it's very apparent that Bawku is the state of anarchy because the state has failed to act on acts of banditry and terrorism. And we have to make this clear so that Ghanaians will be aware of what is going on in Bawku, and then also draw the attention of the government that there's a need for action to address these issues. As like my predecessor mentioned in the press conference, press statement, it's now difficult for people to move from Bawku to Bolga, and from Bolga to Bawku, and even the other routes to Burkina Faso and to Togo, because of the activities of these bandits, you know. And we Mamprusis, we are law-abiding, and we trust on the military and the security agencies to be able to make the road safe, you know, for people to be able to commute and carry out their activities, you know, without any hindrance. You know, we count on the military to do that. We can do it ourselves. We can make sure that we can escort our people to Bawku and back. We can do it, and nobody can come and stop us from escorting our people. But because the military is there, and we know that's the duty of the military and the security agencies, we have allowed them to do that. You know, and so I wanted to put it on record that we Mamprusis are capable of defending ourselves. We are capable of escorting vehicles from Bawku to Bolga, from Bawku to Pulmakom, from Bawku to Bulgumu. We are capable of doing that, you know. But we are not doing so because of the presence of the military. And so we want government to pay more attention to these issues and then assert itself. I mean, Ghana is well known for peacekeeping all over the world. If our army and our security agencies can keep peace in hot places like Lebanon, you know, other places all over the world, you know, why can't they keep peace in Bawku? This small place. I mean, why can't our security people keep peace in Bawku? Why? Why is it that military are escorting people from Bawku to Bolga or vice versa, and Kusasi youth will attack the military escorts, and the military cannot fire back, the military cannot do anything, cannot take any action against them, you know. So these are the issues, you know, and we think that we want to get the government to understand this issue and the Ghanaian public. Bawku was founded by Mamprusis in 1721. We founded the town, and we named it Bawku. Bawku is a Mamprusi word, you know, and that's why if you go to Bawku, the Mamprusis are in the center of the town. That was where the town started. And even the Moshis and the Bises were there. They came even much earlier before the Kusasis. So that's why you find in Bawku town, you find the Mamprusi quarter, you find the Moshi area, you find the Bisa area, even the houses were even there before the Kusasis. That is why the Kusasis are in the outskirts. And that is why they are able to mobilize and prevent vehicles from going in and coming out, because they are in the outskirts. They came later to settle there, you know. And so these are facts that we want everybody to know, you know. But we know that there's a mediation process. His Royal Majesty Dasantihini is leading the mediation process, and we respect that process. We have so much faith in that process. We believe that the process will be truthful and transparent and will bring our justice and lead to a final solution of this problem. So we trust in the process, and that is why we want to, you know, we are desisting from carrying out in acts of violence, you know, trusting that the process will go on and it will eventually lead to a peaceful resolution to the problem. So I want to thank you once again for your presence. We hope that you would be able to give out this information in a very fair and frank manner. You know, the media has been very unsupportive, if I can put it that way. I think you heard people talking about Joy FM and then TV3, very biased reporting, and GTV, very biased reporting. Looks like they have put a blockade on the Mamprusis in Bawku or even Mamprugu altogether, you know, and also concentrating on one side. I mean, the media, I think the media can do better, but you people are here. We thank you very much for being here to listen to us and to convey our message to the Ghanaian public. We thank you very much. We hope that we'll be able to do justice to that. I would like on this point to also thank our chiefs for taking time to come and then be with us here. These are our chiefs in the Youth Angrily. That's not all of them, that's some of them who have been able to come to share with us this moment. And I would like to also express our gratitude to them and to all the teaming Mamprugu youth here who have come to support the process. This is just a fraction of Mamprugu youth in Accra area, you know, because the hall is small. We could have invited everybody, you know. So
just like we have been described as people with enough patience, we are people of patience. So let's be patient and make sure that the media men we have invited here will carry out the message that we have just delivered. You can be. We are being patient in the hall. We are being patient in the hall.
Wow.
The Mamprugu Youth Association is presenting facts, and then we urge our media men to always interrogate the matter. Bawku, as we speak, has been divided in two fronts. So anytime they say Bawku youth, we have a lot of tribes that are inhabited in Bawku. So when the IGP visits one side, and that is the Kusasi youth, we urge the media to make it known to Ghanaians that this is the Kusasi youth. And they are those perpetrating crime and trying to destabilize the peace of this country. Not only Bawku, just like our presenter said, if the state doesn't nip this in the bud, anytime they say there is an action, comes a reaction. And that is what we don't want to see. We don't want to undermine Asantehini's mediation process. We are a people of a royal lineage, and we understand what royalty is all about. So that does not mean that there cannot be a reaction anytime there's an action. So at this juncture, I would like to invite the media men who have questions for further interrogations for Dr. Issa to continue. Thank you.
Six, we call on all citizens to stand firm against intimidation and ethnic profiling, and to defend the fundamental principles of justice and peaceful coexistence that are the bedrock of our nation. 7, we urge the government to remain impartial in the Bawku chieftaincy conflict and to refrain from any action that could compromise the delicate peace process. This is fundamentally a chieftaincy issue, and the ongoing mediation led by Otumfour Osei Tutu II must be allowed to proceed without external interference. Any attempt by the state to take sides or act outside the agreed framework risks exacerbating the crisis and eroding trust among all parties. It is the strategy of the Kusasis to use this violence to put pressure on the state, and then the mediator, Asantehini, to think that there are those in the majority, there are those who have power, then they will rule in their favor. That is the strategy, and we are bringing it to light here. 8, we call on state actors, and most recently the police, to desist from paying attention to only one party of the conflict, specifically the Kusasis, and kowtowing to their every demand. This is a dangerous precedent and must be stopped. 9, we view the conduct of the IGP before the Kusasis in Bawku as a grave error in judgment and exposes the ill advice he might have received prior to his visit to Bawku. His apology severely erodes the confidence of the men in uniform in the Bawku area, thereby exposing them to further attacks by this Kusasi youth. It is akin to rewarding lawlessness and banditry to the neglect of the men and women who have left the comfort of their families and are serving to protect life and property in our dear nation. We therefore believe, it is our considered view, that the IGP must step aside to cleanse the image of the service he has soiled, to assure these young officers that their lives matter. As of now, I've told you, the police have fled and left the area. They have all run and entered into the divisional police command, simply because bandits have been emboldened by the action of the IGP. We, the Mamprugu youth, are sending a clear and resolute message to government and the wider public. We have consistently heeded the wise counsel of our king, the Nairi, who has tirelessly advocated. The Nairi has tirelessly advocated for peaceful coexistence and urged restraint in the face of provocation. However, it has become increasingly apparent that past and present administrations have inadvertently, or we can say advertently, incentivized disruptive behavior by seemingly prioritizing the interests of one group, and that is the Kusasis, over the principles of truth and justice. We, when I say we, that is the people of Mamprugu, we would not stand idly by while a group with no legitimate claim attempts to destabilize our community and impede progress in the community.
No way.
Increasingly challenging to restrain our members who are understandably growing restless and prepared to defend their heritage and their people within the confines of the law. For medical care, you cannot travel. Foodstuffs, you cannot bring inside Bawku. In today's Ghana, people pay their taxes. People contribute to the development of the country. Just because some bandits have taken ransom, taken everybody to ransom. And when you are to describe it, you don't say those bandits, you rather say it is everybody in Bawku. Our allegiance to the Nairi and Bawku Nasheriga is unwavering. Any attempt to remove Nasheriga as wrongly advocated by the Kusasis, or any action that seeks to undermine the authority of the Nairi will be met with full and unified resolve of the Mamprugu youth.